morning, grade fours. Happy Thursday. And it is good to see your faces again through the screen. So we are going to get right into our devotionals this morning, but once again, just glad to be here and glad to be learning again today. Our devotional today is called Moving Molecules. Ooh, it's been a while since we've talked about molecules. I wonder what you remember about molecules. Here we go. Jamie and his friend Zachary stayed after school to work on their molecule model. "We need to think of a way to show that the molecules move around," Jamie said, leaning against the lab table. "Then our project will have a better chance of winning the science fair." "But we can't see the molecules that are supposedly moving and banging together," Zachary argued. "I wonder if they really do move at all." "I think that this project is pretty good enough." The two boys discussed it a bit more and then agreed to think about it for a day or two. During dinner that evening, Jamie's dad mentioned that they should keep praying for their neighbors, the Bransons, who were going through some difficult problems. Jamie sighed. "It seems like we've prayed for the Bransons 1,000,000 times, and I haven't seen a single change in them yet," he observed. "That doesn't mean that God isn't changing things," Dad said. "Perhaps we just can't see the changes yet." As they ate, Jamie told his parents about his science project and his frustration with Zachary. "I've learned that everything is just made of tiny little particles or molecules and that they're always in motion. Just because we can't actually see them, Zachary isn't so sure that they're really moving all the time, so he won't cooperate," Jamie complained. He ought to know that just because he can't see something doesn't mean that it's not happening." "Don't be too annoyed with Zachary. After all, in a way, you two are a lot alike," challenged Mom. Jamie frowned as he looked at her. "Zachary can't see the molecules move, so he's not sure what they do." "You can't see God's work in the Bransons, so you're not sure he's actually working," she explained. Dad nodded. "Good point," he agreed. "We need to trust God and believe that he's responding to our prayers, even when we don't see what's happening." Do you ever feel like that, grade fours? Do you ever feel that, you pray and nothing really seems to be coming from it? Well, the answer is sometimes we can't see what God is doing. Sometimes the work is in people's hearts and it's not right on the surface. Does that mean we should get discouraged and stop praying? Oh no, it means the exact opposite. It means we need to pray harder and more assuredly, knowing that God can work miracles in the lives of the people around us. So if you ever feel discouraged, like your prayers aren't working, keep praying, grade fours, because God rewards those who trust in him and who keep talking to him about the issues in their lives. I truly believe that with all my heart. And let's just read a little bit from Ecclesiastes to add to the story. We're reading Ecclesiastes 3, 9 to 15. "What do workers gain from their toil? I have seen the burden God has laid on the human race. He has made everything beautiful in its own time. He also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. I know that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it and nothing taken away from it. God does it so that the people will fear him. Whatever it has already been, and what will be has been before, and God will call the past into account." Everything in God's timing. Now, we sometimes really want that timing to be now, right away, at this moment. Let's just feel better now. But God has a plan, and oftentimes his plan is way better than anything we could ever imagine. So keep that in mind today, grade fours. So what does our schedule look like for today? Well, here it is. In math, we're doing page 271 and 272. Make sure to watch the video for some help, and you do not have to be doing the green. In language, we're working more with prepositions, so do page 147 and make sure to watch the video for some help. In reading, you're going to be reading the story on pages 70 to 78, and then I have a little creative assignment for you to try as well. Modified reading, you're doing chapter 11 of The Secret in the Maple Tree. In spelling today, it's really important that you practice your words. The best way to do so is with the trial test here, so give it a watch and do your best. In health, we're learning about our teeth, and so read pages 51 to 53 and then complete the Jamboard on Google Classroom. I also have a cool video for you to watch about why we brush our teeth. In history, today is a reflection day. By now, you should be done your own campaign, and I want you to get a chance to look at some of the real political parties in Canada and some of the promises that they make and try to keep. So I've linked a website that is a little bit tricky on here, and I highly recommend that if your parents have a moment or two, that you talk to them about it. Maybe you look through the website together, you choose a few things that you like, and just figure out, why do your parents believe that this party is the best or why not? I'm sure they have some really great reasons for going with certain parties. And finally, don't forget about your track challenge. It is Thursday, so 4 times is the charm. Let's end in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you. Thank you for who you are, for knowing everything that is going to happen to us, Lord, and having a perfect plan that even we don't fully understand every single day. And Lord, I just pray that whatever we are praying for, whether it be about COVID or about family members or about anything else that is going on in our lives, Lord, I pray that you help us trust you and know that you have the best plan in store. You know what's going to happen before it even happens, and you have the power to do what is in your will. And so help us have faith in you that you do work in wonderful and amazing ways. And help us today as we do the little things as well. Lord, you are not above the little things. You do the little things as often as you do the big things. And so we thank you for that wholeheartedly. I pray that you keep us safe, you protect us, keep us healthy, and keep us motivated as we finish up these last few weeks of school. In all this I pray in your name, amen. Have a great day, grade 4s.